the big topic, the elephant in the room, the co-op with Kino Casino and Mudahar that didn't happen. All right. So of course everyone's bombarding me with questions about what happened. I don't know. All right. Here's what was supposed to happen. Kino Casino, or talked to Mudahar, arranged for this co-op. I even talked earlier in the week about how Mudahar had apologized to me after I apologized to him about our behavior towards each other previously. And everything seemed good, right? And then all of a sudden, not even 30 minutes before the end of my first stream of Black Myth Wukong, Kino Casino contacted me and said, yeah, sorry, but Mudahar's canceled. And we realized it's last minute, and it really sucks. It's kind of devastating because this was supposed to be a big stream for them too, obviously. And they were asking me what I wanted to do. Did I want to do the co-op with just them? Maybe they could find a fourth guest, or did we want to call it off? And basically, I was finishing my Black Myth Wukong stream, but I answered back quickly, and I said, well, here's the deal, okay? Obviously, nothing can be done about it now, Mudahar not being on. Whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to find a fourth and we can put it together quick and just do it like we had said, I'll do that. If you want to do just a special show where I appear and we hang out and we just talk and do, you know what I'm saying, about everything going on right now, I'm down for that. Like, basically, I told them, my night's open. I could do whatever you want. And they basically said, all right, let us try to figure it out. But FYI, am I okay doing my own stream if we cancel the whole thing? And I said, yeah. I said, listen, do you really think my viewers are going to be upset if I play more of the hot new release? No, of course not. No one's going to be upset by that. I mean, they're upset that the co-op's not happening, but no one's going to say, oh, no, please don't play more of the hot new game that everyone's playing and wants to see, right? So it wasn't a big deal to do the last-minute adjustment. So they said, all right, we're going to try to figure it out. At one point, they actually did think they had found a fourth, and we were going to do it. And then, during my break for dinner, sadly, they got back to me and said, yeah, it's too rushed. It looks like it's not going to happen. And I said, don't worry about it at all. Let's talk about the future. Who knows what happened here, and we'll go from there. All right? And so, FYI, when it comes to, for example, doing this co-op with Mudahar in the future, the ball's in his court. I don't know what happened. I personally am not involved. I didn't speak with Mudahar about it. So I don't know what happened that made him cancel. If it's something serious, I seriously hope that everything's fine for him and his family. I have no clue what happened at all. There's a million crazy conspiracy theories out there already. Oh, Mudahar was going to snake Phil. Oh, this is all Mudahar's plan to do this to Kino Casino and Phil to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, this is some evil, sinister plot. No, I don't think there's an evil, sinister plot. Okay? I just don't believe that. Like I said, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. And so I don't think that's the case. But of course, everyone rushes to the absolute worst case scenario, most dramatic situation possible. Okay? I actually don't know what happened. I'm not super upset that it got canceled. I have my own content to make without having to do co-op and stuff. I mean, yeah, would it have been an awesome opportunity to reach out and do some kind of co-op with a mainstream YouTuber, someone who actually has issue with me over the years, and kind of bury the hatchet and have fun together? Absolutely. I'm sure Mudahar's viewers, of course, would have seen me do stuff with them and maybe, wow, Phil's cool, let's go check him out, right? Might have helped. But what can you do? Right? I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. It's not that big of a deal, okay? So, FYI, I am in talks with Kino Casino about what's next. Because obviously the co-op didn't work. Could we do the co-op with someone else? Yes, we could. Could I do a show appearance? Yes, I could. So I'm talking with them right now. And I will let you guys know when we have more information. I don't have any further information right now about it, all right? But, again, to my knowledge, no one's snaking anyone. There was no setup involved. It wasn't some kind of an evil deal where people were trying to sneak this Phil again. I don't understand. Well, okay, I do understand why people think the worst. At the same time, people thought the worst about me appearing on Kino Casino. People thought the worst about the co-op React, and they both happened, and they both went really well, right? If anything, have you not seen the overwhelming positivity, support, and improvements that have hit here as a result? So I don't see why this is such a humongous, awful idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people are they're so, I hate to say it, they've been, like, conditioned to just believe that everything is a grand plot against me, because there actually have been so many things that have been grand plots against me. I mean, there were Eastern Europeans who were faking being an online escort, making up an entire story about me paying for them to fly out here and spend time with me. And that went on for months. There was an employee of Comcast, my internet service provider, who was one of my detractors, who was literally going into my cable modem, changing the name of my wireless networks to be insults about myself and my family members, and was resetting my modem during live streams. This is documented fact. This is not fantasy or exaggeration. These things happen to me. So I can understand that people would believe that maybe this whole thing is a grand plot against me. I don't really believe that, though. Okay? The paranoia is warranted, but I don't think that it's valid. Let's put it that way. I understand why you would be paranoid, but I'm not feeling that way. And if I'm not feeling that way, hopefully you don't feel that way. Hopefully at least we can all calm down. All right? So, no co-op yesterday. Maybe there will be co-op in the future. I don't know with who. I will talk with the guys at Kino. We'll figure it out. Fair enough? This secret detractor server discussion. So yesterday on this podcast, I covered the topic that apparently there is a secret detractor server. All right? And people, might say, well, wait a minute, Phil. Why are you being so overdramatic? Why are you acting like it's some kind of a clandestine server, calling it that? No. I'm not exaggerating. That's the name of the server. They actually named it the Secret Detractor Discord server. Okay? And so I talked about it. We looked at it together because someone had screen capped it, what they had posted publicly on Twitter and stuff like that. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a line of discussion. I laughed because basically these people think that it's a good use of their time to sit on a server hating on me 24/7. I just want you to think about that it's literally a server just meant for hating on me 24/7. But anyway, I said my piece about it yesterday. So why am I talking about it again? Because essentially my coverage of it rattled the detractors so bad that they're like freaking out. A lot of them I've heard, first of all, that server got deleted, but I heard a lot of the others are rumbling, oh my God, who's the snake? Who's the one who talked about it? And who's the one who's exposing all of our detractor stuff to the internet? Because we didn't want anyone to know about that, right? They're like, oh, they're so shaken that someone actually talked to them and exposed the shit that they're doing behind the scenes. They can't handle it. And no exaggeration, I've heard people are getting threats now, all kinds of crazy shit. And it's like, again, you can only get away with this kind of toxic shit for a certain amount of time until karma comes back to bite you. Do you understand that? Like, it doesn't make any sense that you would be doing awful content, awful stuff on the internet, right? And you think that you're just going to get away with it endlessly. You're not. Karma will come back. And that's what people are now realizing. Oh, crap. All these things that people have done to Phil over the years is all coming back to bite them. And by the way, just to, again, reiterate this, I'm not doing any of this. I have not lifted a finger. Rich from Review Tech USA imploded by himself. Okay? Yesterday, when I'm talking on stream here, that's not even, that's not even me. Like, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just covering a story that someone linked me. I'm not even involved in it. I have nothing to do with it. These things are just happening all around themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's, it's crazy to think. But it's just, that's just what's happening. It's like, wow, it's nuts. So, all I have to say about it is, listen, I'm not going to talk about it every day. I don't want to. I really don't want to talk about this stupid shit every day. It doesn't really affect me. They sit there on the Discords and, be fucking losers. They could be losers. I can't stop them from being life losers and not understanding that they're wasting their lives. Okay, I just can't. But if it does pop up in a line of discussion, if so, I just happen to see it, I might talk about it from time to time, but I'm not going to be bringing it up every day or anything. More people tried to reach out to me and said, here's another server. Here's another server. I'm like, I don't really care. I don't want to talk about this every day on my show. There probably is 20 servers, right? Seriously, with the amount of detractors that I have, there's probably 20, 30 fucking servers of a bunch of losers all doing it. I don't care about all of them. It's not that serious of a situation where I need to know about every single detractor talking on a Discord, nor do I need to expose every one of them, okay?